That is not the sound you want to hear when you need to get to work, when you need to get the kids to school, get to a dentist appointment, get the dog to the vet. Oh man. Hi, I'm Jim with the Works RL channel. We're trying to make money by saving money, doing things ourselves. As technology gets greater, these vehicles get more complicated. But you know, batteries have been around on internal combustion engine cars for a long time. When you have that happen, you're joining a long history of disappointed people and stomachs that sink to the bottom of your knees. We'll fix it. Stick around. This is a 2015 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara. Bought it in the December of 2014, and so that makes this going on 7 years old. So I was way past due on having to buy a new battery for this thing. Frankly, when it comes to automotive batteries, I've found that if you go to the big chain auto parts stores, you generally do pay a premium because I think for them it's a bread and butter product. They count on a lot of people needing it right away, so they come in, they pay whatever they need to pay. Many of them offer the convenience of testing your battery, which is a really good thing to do once in a while. Maybe pull in, let them test your battery, see how it's doing, your charging system and that. A lot of the batteries will have a warranty, like a 24-month replacement warranty or a 36-month replacement warranty. And if it does go bad in that time, you can take it back to the retailer and get them to replace it for free. Some will have a prorated warranty. Well, they'll give you like a 7-year prorated warranty, and you'll get some money back towards a new battery. I actually have a local Menards. Menards is a home improvement store. They're generally in the Great Lakes region, the Midwest. I think they're as far west as Utah and maybe as far east as West Virginia. It's not a place you would normally think of going, but frankly, I just thought I'd give them a shot. They had ACDelco batteries. If you can take a moment just to look at the top of the battery, you'll find a date code. You can decipher what that date code is. Usually it's like a representation for the month, and they have an unusual way of representing the year. Usually it's just like the final digit of the year. So if you see a 1, it's probably for 2021. A lead acid battery is a flooded lead acid battery. There's actually acid flooded around the lead plates. That battery will start to age, if you will, the minute that acid comes in contact with the lead. So what you want to do is get one that's no more than a couple months old. They don't have a lot of turnover. If it's a 3-year warranted battery, but it's been sitting on the shelf a year, they may warrant it for 3 years, but one of those good years just got eaten up just sitting on the shelf, which in the end means you could potentially be replacing a battery sooner than you had anticipated. This Jeep came from the factory with what they call an AGM battery, an absorbed glass mat battery. It's a slightly newer technology. It simply means that instead of having the lead plates in a big bath of acid, they've actually got these glass mats that have absorbed the acid. They're a little less prone to leaking and a little more vibration resistant, which on a Jeep like this can be very good when you're off-roading. However, I'm just looking to get something right away to Menards. They had a little electronic selection device that you put in the year, make, and model of your vehicle, and it tells you which of the batteries fit my vehicle. And the only one they had was the traditional lead acid battery. You know, replacing a battery is not that difficult. However, lead acid batteries are really heavy, and the biggest thing about them often is just the location of them. I've had some colleagues and friends who had vehicles where the battery was really buried underneath a bunch of covers, sometimes even really hard to get to. You have to decide for yourself if you think you can do it. If you can get a jump or get it charged and then drive to like a local auto parts store, that's where paying a little extra for the battery itself may be worth it if they're going to take it out for you and put in the new one. So I've got my new ACDelco from Menards, and it's a 36-month warranty. I'm going to give it a charge before I stick it in the Jeep, making sure that it's fully up to capacity. So we're going to go ahead and let's hook this up, and we'll kind of get an idea of where we're at on this. Here's the negative, here's the positive. We'll see where it's at. So you can see voltage is 12.4, and it's currently registering about 80%. So it's a standard battery, it's not AGM. I'm going to go ahead and let's give it a quick, we'll give it a charge and see where it's at. I'm going to let the Schumacher charger get it up to 100% charge, then we'll mount it in the Jeep. The negative in most vehicles nowadays is always connected to the chassis of the vehicle. That's the first one you want to disconnect because it then breaks the entire circuit. If you notice where the positive lead is, if you make contact between that and anywhere on the chassis against this metal or any metal part, you're completing the circuit of that battery. Even though it's depleted, it's still got a lot of energy in there and a lot of amperage that can do some serious damage to you, burns, and even some explosion. You don't want to go there. And really, when you're working around a battery, you should be wearing gloves and eyeglasses because there is acid involved and there can be even hydrogen gas. So you don't want any open flames, minimize any sparks. Let's take the negative off first. I also like to use this opportunity just to clean up any of the debris, leaves, dust, dirt, and all that down there too. So I'll get my shop vac, we'll clean that out. I'm actually sort of surprised. I hooked up that charger. It took 7 hours to get that up to 100%. Goes to show you, you know, just being transported from where it's manufactured, sitting on the store shelves, it's worth giving a charge before you install it so that your alternator in your vehicle isn't working so hard just to get it back up to charge. You know you're putting it in fully topped off. I'm also going to put a little dielectric grease on those posts, help to keep any oxidation that might build up over time. All right, so we'll just slip this on. Just trying to make sure it seats really well. I always give myself a quick moment here just to scan everything, make sure I didn't leave any tools. Let's go fire it up. Let's hope it fires up. All right, that's good. Started right up, sounds powerful, and no hesitations. Not much to changing your own battery. We're gonna find out together how that Menards ACDelco battery holds up over time. So I'm going to take the receipt that I got from Menards. I'm going to keep it in the glove box in case I'm out and about and it fails. I've always got that with me to go and show them in case it does fail in this next 3 years. If you've got a favorite battery that's always been dependable, I want to hear about it. Leave in the comments down below. It's great to have you here. You pay a core charge when you buy a new battery, like $10 to $20, and you get that back once you bring the bad battery back to them for recycling.